What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be doing a tier list on which Game of Thrones characters I do believe are having ties to the Braavosi banking clans, if you catch my drift. Now, for the tiers, we do have ties to the Braavosi banking clan, the ones who bend the knee to them, and the sleeper agents, and of course, the ones who do not kneel. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, much better. Now that the intro is out of the way, let's get into this. So, Robert Baratheon, is he tied to Bravo? Well, season 1, he did say that he's deep in the pockets. He owes the Braavosi lots of money, lots of goyim, lots of gold dragons. So, I believe he's not quite tied to it because he works through Littlefinger to get money from them. And he's also, I don't know if it's stated in the show, he's borrowing money from the Lannisters, like from Tywin and all that. So, I would say, yeah, he bends the knee to the Braavosi banking clans. Is this? I think that's Sansa, but like when she dyed her hair. No, she doesn't kneel. She has no need for their money or their gold. Arya, only because she's like part of the faceless dudes or whatever, the faceless men. I kind of want to put her in. Well, no, she got trained at Braavos by them, so I would put her in sleeper agent. Honestly, I would go there. Bran, he has no need for being tied to the Braavosi, so I really wouldn't put him there. Rickon, no really need. He's Rickon. He doesn't do anything. Joffrey, see, he's too crazy to like strike up a deal with them, so I feel like Loki does not kneel to them. Jorah, I mean, he's kind of like a double agent in the first season, how he was doing dealings with, like, I want to say it was Varys, and to assassinate Daenerys or whatever. So that leads me to believe he would probably be in sleeper agent, in all honesty. Theon, gosh. I don't know why, I just get the feeling that Theon would be tied to I feel like he would be tied to Lord Yahoo. Just a little hunch. Littlefinger. Oh gosh, dude. Littlefinger is, of course, he'd probably be. This isn't in no particular order or whatever, but just for sake of the argument, Littlefinger, top of ties to Braavosi. Man, come on. The Hound. He really doesn't have any need to be tied to Lord Yahoo for anything, so I would put him in does not kneel or yield or whatever. Sam, well, Tarly. um, he doesn't strike me as a sleeper agent. Yeah, no real ties. Ooh, Tyrion. Loki. He bends the knee a lot, so I would probably go there. He's a very he always says a Lannister pays his debts. Well, where do the Lannisters get their gold? Some of it they get from Casterly Rock. Okay, but Lord Yahoo, I feel like he's foot in the bill. Same with Renly. Renly's got a lot of fucking dough. So, gosh, I'd say Renly's tied. He's definitely tied to them. This is Roz of the respectable career lady that she is, a entrepreneur. I mean, what do you want me to say? She's a hypergamous void in the Seven Kingdoms. So I would go Loki, sleeper agent. Mormont, he does not kneel. Gendry, I think Gendry, yeah, Gendry. Loki, sleeper agent. Lysa. Oh, definitely. No, she's a sleeper agent, 100%. I mean, he's not old enough, but if we're going off of season 8, I think it's season 8 or the final season where he's like grown up or whatever, he would definitely Loki be a sleeper agent along with his mom. Sir Bronn of the Blackwater. Oh gosh. Yeah, Loki sleeper agent. He betrayed or he was going to betray Tyrion and Jaime at the end of the season. He like fucking pulled up with them on a crossbow or whatever, and it's like, yo, pay me more money than Cersei's paying me, and then you guys are good to go. So honestly, he would be pretty clearly a sleeper agent. Pycelle, he bends the knee. He's not directly tied, but he definitely bends the knee. Varys, he would have no problem bending the knee. I don't know if he's on the same level of of like woven into it as much as Littlefinger is, but he would probably be like low ties, but definitely still tied. Loras, gosh, I'm trying to think. Well, Highgarden, they have a lot of money, so he might be like a nepo baby. Loki bends the knee. Cersei, direct ties. So she legit like goes over to Lord Yahoo and it's like, I need the what's the mercenary what's even the mercenary group that she hires that she was like, where are the elephants or whatever the fuck in the final season she was like tweaking out like where's the elephants and yeah no directly tied to Lord Yahoo like basically married at that point. This is Shay. I might be a little bit biased. I might be a little bit biased, but I think just people of her career field, her respectable career field, would probably be sleeper agent low key because people like to talk and then they leak that information back to Yahoo. So I'm like, or Braavosi, So low key, I feel like Benjen's compromised. Like after he got stuck behind the wall and he's with the children of the forest, he's into a lot of shit. He's all by himself or whatever. So honestly, I would have to go if he's compromised, man. Like he's low key a sleeper agent. This is Barristan the Bold. Uh, well, I guess like lore wise, technically he would bend the knee since he like served, I think in total like three or four kings, or three kings and one queen. So honestly, he has been known to bend the knee, so I'll put him there. He's a staunch supporter. Khal Drago, there's no like really information or inclination that he would bend the knee to the Braavosi banking clans. Hodor, Hodor. That's all I gotta say for him. Lancel. Ooh. See now his characterization on the first couple of seasons or whatever that he's in, it's like I feel like he would, but then he joins the High Sparrows, so then that kind of changes him. But I think he would the High Sparrows might also be tied to the Braavosi banking clan, aka Lord Yahoo. So Bensony, Maester Lewin. Low key. I mean, just look at him, man. He just kind of, I just, no, I don't need to explain myself. He's a sleeper agent, man. Alistair Thorne, he is an op through and through. So I would go bends the knee. Osha, Loki, she's a wildling. She might be compromised. But the wildlings, I don't know. I don't know. They don't strike me as the type that are like it was promised us 4,000 years ago. So does not kneel. Um, Maester Amon shoot. I think he's too old for this BS, man. He doesn't care. So does not kneel. Catelyn Stark. Just from I finished the first Game of Thrones book and then finished the series, and from her characterization, I would say she does not kneel. She's pretty strong-willed. She would probably be on the opposing side to Lord Yahoo. In all honesty, this is the one that Rob marries. I don't know her name, but I mean she's a Foyd man. Like I mean, what can you really say? I would go probably sleeper agent. Brienne, low key sleeper agent. Who Davos? Oh, gosh. Um, I would say Bensoni for him because I don't think he's that like strong willed that he would like resist them. I think he would fall to their temptations personally of financial well you got to think of his relationship with the lady in red. He doesn't fall for her tricks. Ooh, I talked myself out of this one. Does not yield for Davos. Tywin, of course, deep ties. He's like best friends with Yahoo. Stannis. Ooh, so I really like Stannis in the books. I only like just got to the second book, so that's when we actually got like introduced to him as a character, like him speaking or whatever. And just from his characterization and how they built him up, and of course adding on from the show and how he was portrayed, I don't think he would have any like he doesn't care about well, I don't remember if he bought sell swords from the Braavosi using their money or whatever to fund his army. Ooh, Loki, he might be compromised. Oh shoot. Okay, he might be compromised. Sleeper agent for Stannis. Marjorie. It seems so obvious, but probably Bensoni. She doesn't seem too strong-willed to resist the temptations. Ygritte, I mean, she's just kind of like she doesn't really have a need for the Yahoo financial gain, so I don't really. Nah, doesn't kneel. I still don't know who this is. I want to say Balon Greyjoy or the head hey, I can't even talk. Head Greyjoy at Pat Giles. Um, well, if it is him, he did do the Greyjoy Rebellion, so I don't think he would kneel. Oh shoot, my bad. This is Roose Bolton. Um, Low, nah, sleeper agent for him. Gilly, I think is just kind of indifferent to the whole thing. She really doesn't have a stake in the Game of Thrones or whatever. Being tied to Lord Yahoo, Jamie Lannister. Uh, I won't say ties, but definitely like bends the knee. Podrick. Shoot. Well, Patrick's kind of like is kind of like a not like a a symbiotic. I think a symbiotic relationship with whoever he is squiring. So if he's squiring for Tyrion, he would bend the knee, or if he's squiring for where's it, Brienne or whatever. Ooh, I think he would just follow whichever one. So I would just go split down the middle, sleeper agent for Podrick. Melisandre, or however you pronounce her name, the lady in red. Gosh, I don't know. She doesn't really strike me as a type 2 goatster. I would say does not kneel. She kind of has her own agenda, which really doesn't tie into, Braavosi or Lord Yahoo and his machinations. This is Yara Greyjoy. I mean, she bent the knee for Queen Daenerys, so that's leaning me more towards bending the knee for Lord Yahoo. Faceless Man, Jaqen Hagar. I don't really like. Yes, he's from Bravos, but I don't know if that can solely say that he is a part of Lord Yahoo. But he does run off of money. The Faceless Men do need money. Um, I would say does not yield, but he definitely has sympathies towards them. Grey Worm, he kind of just is a blank slate. It's kind of just whoever is his uh I want to say the word without saying the word, but uh his owner or whatever. Definitely, yeah, he's kind of just like a foot soldier. Definitely strong ties. Barrick, he's kind of on his own, like fucking Sigma grind set or whatever. So I'd go does not kneel. Um, ooh, the advisor lady, Melisandre or whatever, the lady from Noth or whatever. I want kind of leaning towards bending the knee. Yeah, bends the knee. Mance Raider, the goat would not, he would not kneel. He would not kneel whatsoever. Tormund, he's not compromised. I would say like this is mainly for the wildlings. The wildlings would not kneel to the machinations of Lord Yahoo. This is Ramsay. I am okay. Okay. Um, what? Okay. So Ramsay, he's kind of on his own path. I don't really think he has a stake in the game. It's more of just he wants to support himself and himself alone. So I would go does not kneel for him. Daenerys is kind of compromised, so I would go ties to the Braavosi because her whole plot line throughout the story is her needing money, needing freaking transportation to get from Essos over to Westeros. Um, so honestly, that's proof enough in me that she's, needing money, needing ties to Lord Yahoo to send his ships, send his battlement with her to get across to the Westeros and, take over the Iron or the Seven Kingdoms in the name of Lord Yahoo. But she is just kind of like a front, like a business front, like how the mafia uses. Lady Olena Tyrell. She's got ties, bro. She's got ties. She's kind of like a Nancy Pelosi age. She's got ties, man. There's no doubting it. Thoros of Mir, he would go the same with Barrick. Like he's kind of just on his own. Like he's just chill, smoke. He just wants to smoke a bowl or whatever. Praise the gospel. That's it. Nothing too crazy. The Warg and Tormund's party. There's really not too much to his character besides him being weird. I would say does not kneel. He's kind of just like, just he's just someone you'd see on the street, man. So I don't know. Qyburn, ooh, Qyburn, low key sleeper agent, like for Lord Yahoo. I definitely see that for him. The Blackfish, Brendan Tolley, I think is his actual name. Blackfish, where would you go? No, he's too headstrong. He does not kneel. Tommen, Loki, I mean, he does whatever Cersei would do, so Loki bends the knee. Um, Dario, gosh, Loki sleeper, or wait, no. Yeah, sleeper agent for him. Oberyn, excuse me. Um, Shoot, I'm not too sure where Dornish people would go on this list. Like, if they have strong ties, they're kind of just like off on their own and don't really submit to anyone else's, greater machinations of Lord Yahoo being the puppet master or whatever, the marionette or whatnot. Gosh, I would say does not kneel. This is Oberyn's like woman. Low key, she's kind of sneaky, sleeper agent. This is Princess Femcella, Princess Marcella. I mean, she's really passive, would probably just go along with anything, so I would go probably Bensoni. This is Viserys. I mean, he is the beggar king, or air quotes beggar king, and he's like boys with I think is you pronounce it. It's like Maester or not Maester, like Magister Illyrio in wherever. Like I don't even know where it was, but he's buddy buddy with Illyrio, and Illyrio probably has ties. So I would think that links him in to ties to the Braavosi banking clan. The Sand Snakes, I really don't know any of them. This is the one that shows some NSFW. That would I'd probably go with their mom on this one. Sleeper agents, that's just them. Loki High Sparrow. He's a sleeper agent for sure, bro. Prince of Dorne. Don't really have anything to say for him. He just kind of gets bodied by the Sand Snake, so there's really not much to like really know or delve into with his character. Same with the actual Prince of Dorne, King of Dorne, whatever. I would say does not kneel, even though he's not physically able to kneel. But moving on from that, so Euron Greyjoy. Ooh, well, I think he really wants money, so I think he would do what it takes because he does submit to Cersei pretty easily. I don't know if it's quite strong, like open out in the open ties, but I will put him up here. His ties are like less obvious than say Littlefinger or Varys or of course Cersei. I don't know who this is, just blonde lady. Shoot, Ben's name and old lady. This might be the one that resurrected Khal Drogo. So, but I'm not sure if that is. I don't really know who that is. If you guys know, please let me know. I mean, I guess Ben's the knee for her. Randall Tarley. Gosh, man, him. I think he's too proud. Well, he comes from money. So, low key bends the knee, or his whole thing is not bending the knee. Well, no, I don't think he would betray Lord Yahoo, which is why he did not bend the knee to Queen Daenerys. Hold on, I'm cooking. Okay, he is in bending the knee. Jon Snow, he really has no need, no ties to them or whatnot, so does not kneel. It kind of looks like Brienne a little bit, but I'm sure it's not. I don't know who that is. If you guys know, please let me know. But Bensoni, this guy is okay. So I got it wrong in my other video. This guy is not of Dornish descent or whatever. He's the one that takes in the Hound after he lost to Brienne. So his whole thing is like he kind of rolls over in conflict. So I feel like he would just like for or not wanting to rock the boat for lack of better terms, he would probably end up bending the knee. So this guy is just an old guy. I don't know. Bends the knee. Robb Stark. Ooh, King in the North. Ooh, nah, who am I kidding? Does not kneel. And Eddard Stark. And my only inclination with this is that he became hand for King Robert Baratheon. So I don't know if that kind of like led him down this path, but I'm going to say does not kneel. So this is my list. Let me know what you guys think on this, on which people do you think has ties to the Braavosi banking clan, if you catch my drift, of course. I would say my assessments are pretty astute with this. But of course, yeah, let me know what you guys think on this list. Hopefully, I will be making some more content soon. I try not to do a tier list too much, but those are the most successful videos on the channel. But of course, I won't keep you for too long. Subscribe, like the video, of course, and take care.